Ah, the Blaggard and the Boffin. The Emperor sat high up on Capitol Hill, passing grand laws and drafting grand bills, when in walked a man with a black leather case, a three-piece suit and a most earnest face. He told of the old Boffin with his distinguished white hair, who'd been measuring and gauging and testing the air, and with graphs and correlations and a very troubled frown, had computed that the air was turning brown. For the people were burning coal and oil all about to power up all their gizmos they couldn't live without, pouring smoke and ash up into the air, and nobody noticed and nobody cared. But the wise old Boffin, he knew the score. The land wouldn't be able to breathe anymore. So the Emperor decided to make a stand and levy a tax to save the land. But the people grew worried about their fate, and they tuned in their dials every morning at 8, where the Blaggard explained to them what they should think. And people believe Blaggards who don't even blink. For the Blaggard, he sneered and he snorted out smoke. The flame shot out of his nose when he spoke, and the Blaggard roared with his ears full of wax. We have to throw out this ridiculous tax. The Blaggard declared the old Boffin a fool, a trickster, a shyster, a conman, a ghoul, who fiddled the science and did nothing but rave, and the bones of Galileo rolled in their grave. And the people hung on the Blaggard's every word, wanting him to be emperor, to rule their world. But the Blaggard thought, they just don't understand. I'm already the most powerful man in the land. My house has 10 en-suites, 8 cars out the back, 2 jacuzzis, 3 west wings, and a spa painted black. But a Blaggard can't know that he has no choice. He can't bear the sound of not hearing his voice. And the Emperor in waiting, he knew the game. What the Blaggard said, he said the same. The Emperor must go, he called to the crowd. Then the Emperor in waiting grew even more loud. As he waved his arms, they called out his name. He knew he was playing a dangerous game. And then he waved his arms some more, and the Blaggard just smiled as they walked out the door. But then the Emperor said, if we all take some care, we can make a difference and clean up the air. But the people all said, we're only small. The little we do won't help at all. Now the local tax dodger, not to be outdone, his eyebrows went up when he heard that one. That's the line I use for not paying my tax. You can pay me copyright if you want to use that. And the businessman, he blinked at his bottom line, said this tax has come at the very worst time. We should wait to see how all this unfurls. Choose a time when there's no other problems in the world. And the Emperor was sad that nobody cared. The Blaggard continued blowing hot air. The Emperor in waiting kept waving in the breeze, and the old Boffin heard the land starting to wheeze. The markets went up as the land went down. The economy boomed and the old Boffin frowned, and commodities markets soon turned to despair when they found the most important commodity was air.